Welcome to the Peeew!
Peeew!
The fixed contest episode.
As some of you who have been watching the recent nocturnal editions of the Peeew have remembered, I had challenged the club kid, drag queen, Ryan Cirkus to a fashion duel.
I challenge you to a duel!
Yes, it was a fashion duel. And I had made some off-the-cuff remark to him that I had all these church lady hats that I had worn to the clubs and I didn't want them anymore and I didn't know what to do with them because who you give these hats to. And apparently he collects hats. So he had direct messaged me sometime after I had had that conversation with him about my hats and asked if he could have the hats. So I gave him the hats, and then as I gave him the coat check ticket for the hat, I challenged him to the duel.
What do you mean the coat check ticket for that?
Because I met him at On Top and I brought the hats in a bag, but I didn't want to carry them around the club because who wants to carry a big shopping bag.
So you left them there?
No, I checked them when I came into the club and they gave me a ticket, and when we went upstairs, I challenged you to a duel, and I handed him the
ceremoniously.
Right, I ceremoniously presented the coat check ticket, and which you would have seen if you had watched that episode.
I did watch it.
Why don't you remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay.
You handed it to the ticket.
It's clear as day, right? So,
as opposed to like this.
So anyway, I have the pictures side by side. So I had been posting some of them on social media so that the public could chime in on who they thought were best. But ultimately, the decision lies in Michael Alig's hands.
You know, this is really unfair of you because talk about how am I supposed? If I pick him, it's going to look like I'm only picking him because I hate you. And if I pick you, it's going to look like I picked you because you are the host of the show.
Well, I expect you to be very unbiased. You know, you have a career of planning nightclubs. You're one of the instigators of the whole club kid movement. I trust that you can be neutral and pick a winner. Oh well, I'm sure other people would like you to be neutered.
I think there's a law in the works about anyway. Okay, bring on the guillotine.
So Michael thinks I'm putting him in an uncomfortable position.
Like a grade A fancy pair. I have to be cushioned at all times. Lest I bruise. All right.
So this is the church lady hat smackdown. So I gave Ryan one of my church lady hats, and he chose to wear it on the crown of his head in one of his drag looks.
Yeah, I noticed he gives it one of those like a halo kind of religious kind of. You know,
right. Well, it is a church lady hat, so nothing wrong with making it look like a halo.
Pictures from like paintings from like the way back when there's like the.
Right. Well, the way a lot of ladies used to wear their hats, whereas I kind of tipped.
Right, like in a jaunty.
Right, like I like my brims kind of coming down to cover part of my face because I have a long face.
Not very much of your face covered there.
Well, I also have like a harness on my face. There's and a bone attached to my nose.
That sounds rather gruesome, but it doesn't look.
It's a jewel.
Oh, it's that bone. It's the bone that the girl sent.
Right.
I have one too.
One of the viewers sent us some bejeweled, painted chicken bones.
Chicken.
And I took my bejeweled
chicken bone
and drilled holes in it.
That's something I never thought. I think you probably never thought you'd say bejeweled chicken bone.
So I took my bejeweled chicken bone and I drilled holes in it and attached it to a face.
What did you use to drill holes in there?
A drill.
Yeah, but a regular drill?
Like a drill with like a very, very small bit.
Because I'm looking to drill holes in my sunglass lenses. Do you think that would work in that?
Yes.
Oh, I'll have to borrow one, right. Okay, so
I like mine at a more rakish tilt.
And I don't know why I feel so awful saying that I like yours better.
I mean, they're really different looks. Like
they are different looks.
Ryan's
it's almost
look is
like apples and oranges.
It's like a drag look, and I'm more of a freak look.
Well, I don't think yours is. Yeah, I guess comparative, yes.
I mean, wearing a bejeweled
you're a tame
chicken
freak,
bone.
But you're a tame freak because you can't tell that it's a bejeweled chicken bone. It looks like an expensive
Cartier chicken bone.
No, it looks like an expensive Cartier accessory. Let me see the other one I get because Yeah, it really is like apples and oranges. But if it's just, you know, it's sort of like American Idol. I don't think it's fair. That
If you only had one drink ticket,
right, exactly.
Who would you give it to?
Well, I would not give it to you because you already have a lot of drink tickets.
Oh.
And you can get your own drink tickets, so I would give it to Ryan. But in this competition, I would have to give you the prize.
All right.
Sorry to say.
1 point for me. It pains him that I'm winning a competition. All right, so here's the next look. This is Ryan wearing my.
I was gonna say that looks like you, but with different makeup.
So this is Ryan wearing my green fuzzy hat,
That's the hat
that I gave to him,
Oh.
and he is wearing it as.
You know this is a nice collection of hats you gave him.
Yeah, I mean I don't give junk away. I mean I just didn't want to wear them anymore.
I noticed that when you out-gifted me with Desmond.
I didn't out-gift you. What did you give him? You gave him a tea set, right?
From Woolworth. You gave him a custom-made panda outfit.
It wasn't
Did
custom.
you see his face when you handed it to him?
It wasn't a custom made.
Did you see his face?
It was all
when you,
store-bought.
when you handed it to him? And did you see his face when I handed mine? But, oh, that's not it. And, oh, Ernie, oh.
I didn't. I'll have to re-watch that video because I don't remember that.
I'm sure you watched it 100 times.
I actually have watched the video 100 times of him wearing my panda.
All right, let's get back to the
Okay, so here he is wearing my green hat, and let me find the picture of me wearing mine, and here's mine.
Go back to him. You know what? I'm going to have to go with him this time, and not just to make it fair. I'm trying to really do each one fair. I'm not trying to balance it out. But I'm going to go with him because I don't. First of all, I don't like. Well, I like everything about this one. In fact, I actually thought it was you when I first looked at it, but that's because I recognized the hat. But in yours, go back to yours. I never did like this bearded look thing. It looks like you've got a dirty face, and it kind of just and it doesn't go with the hat at all. It kind of ruins this is like a hobo look, and that hat, if that hat were dirty, I think it would have, you know, made more sense. And I'm sure your argument will be that you did it precisely because it doesn't make any sense. But that doesn't make it. Oh, you have 99 cents. I see. I like no.
$1.99. I'm a little more upscale than 99 cents.
Well, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna give him a 10. So you have $1.99. He has a 10.
Okay.
So it's 1-to-1.
All right. So the third challenge was an Easter bonnet challenge. So
that looks really nice.
So this is Ryan's.
He's done your hat proud.
This is Ryan's rendition of my Easter bonnet, and this is my rendition of the Easter bonnet. Why are you saying, "Oh no"?
Because you're gonna win this one again. You know, you look like a bit like Nicodemus. Remember Nicodemus?
The guy who used to do the videos?
Yes.
Yes, with an e-tron?
Yes. Crash Boom TV.
Well, he actually had a mustache.
Men Smash Adams, right?
Did he actually have a mustache and goatee?
If he didn't, he painted it in, or if he did, he painted it in even like more pronounced. They were fixtures at Disco 2000 and other clubs back in the day with their band Men Smash Adams, and they also had a TV channel on Manhattan Cable called Crash Boom TV, where they have a lot of footage. In some cases rivaling Nelson, because Nelson stopped actually.
But where can you watch Crash Boom TV? Is it on the internet?
You know, I don't know. I think you have to Google it. But they have a lot of footage that has never been seen before, and they're holding it for I don't know what. Originally, they had talked to me about doing something with it. I'm going to have to talk to them. They wanted to do a documentary or something.
Well, see, this is what's frustrating about, and I address this to all you people out there who have old videos of the club, especially Disco 2000. Like, why the fuck are you holding on to it? Like, what documentary are you waiting for? If you have it, put it on YouTube so that we can all watch it. Because, you know, it doesn't really do anybody...
I had this conversation with Nicodemus, and he was ready to put it up. I don't know, I'll have to call him again.
It just doesn't do anybody any good that you have it in some archive
I think that they're all kind of waiting for the right moment, the right fit.
Well, you know what, the right
$1 million.
Well, I can tell you what the wrong moment is, and because it's almost happened to me 3 times. One wrong moment is a flood, which can ruin your archive. Another wrong moment is a fire, which can ruin your archive. And a third wrong time is when you move and somehow it gets lost or damaged and you can't get it back. So I've had a flood in my apartment. I've had 2 fires in my apartment, and miraculously this stuff didn't get destroyed, but it came very close to being destroyed. So
let that be a warning for you.
So I say, if you have it, put it on YouTube so that the whole world can see it.
Well, or at least release it.
Because it's not like
in the public documentary.
But it's not like if you hold it for another 20 years, like somehow it's going to be worth millions. It's not.
I think in 20 years it might go down, but Nicodemus actually has enough to make a documentary and then some. So he's waiting for somebody, I think, to offer to put it into a documentary.
But if nobody knows you have it, how can they offer?
Well, that's exactly what I was telling him. That was what he wanted me to do, was get the word out.
All right.
So I'm getting the word out.
Okay, so back to the challenge. Who won the church? Excuse me. This is the Easter Bonnet battle. Ryan Cirkus or me?
You did.
All right. That sounds like 2 for me and 1 for Ryan.
What kind of suit are you wearing there?
I am wearing a lady's jacket.
I love the combination of the pink, the polka dot, and the plaid.
I'm wearing a lady's Gap shirt. I'm wearing basically all women's clothes. Although I made it look masculine, I think.
No. If anything, you made it look more feminine.
Well, more feminine than Ryan. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for being such a good sport.
Oh wait, is there only 3?
Yes, there are only 3.
Oh no!
It's 3 out.
Had I known.
Thanks. I actually gave Ryan more than 3 hats, but we only have 3 photos of us.
If we would have had more photos, you would have won for sure, Ryan.
So I owe you a drink next time I see you out in the clubs for being such a good sport. Thanks for taking pictures and sending them to us, and let's do this again sometime.
We'll be right back.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Welcome back to the Peew.
Welcome back to the Peew.
That was on video.
Where mental orders are excused. Mental disorders. Does it mental orders?
Yeah.
Mental disorders.
An excuse for what?
Good behavior.
Okay, we're not going to joke around now.
No.
We're going to talk about something sad. Since we were talking about Nicodemus and Anitra and their fabulous collection of videos that no one will ever get to see because they're waiting for the right moment.
And that rivals, in some ways, Nelson Sullivan's footage. A lot of people forget.
Well, Nelson Sullivan, for those of you who don't know, is the guy who did all the videos for the 9th Avenue Project that you can watch on YouTube.
And a lot of people forget because there's so many videos there that that Nelson died before the Club Kids ever really exploded. He died before Disco 2000 even opened. So,
yes. So like when you see us in his videos, I mean, it's really like at the very beginning of the Club Kid days, like in the late 80s. We don't even have like our
looks,
our crystallized Club Kid looks yet.
No, crystallized. yours was becoming crystallized.
Crystallized to crystal meth.
So imagine if he would have been around for the Club Kid. I mean, forget it. We would be inundated, flooded with Club Kid footage.
Well, maybe we would, maybe we wouldn't, because there were so many people at Disco 2000 shooting video, and yet you don't see the video anymore.
Well,
it's all lost.
There's a famous person.
Time.
There's a famous person that I paid every night $100 to shoot, and that was a result of Nelson not being there anymore. We discussed that. Well, he's not going to be there. He's not here anymore. So we need somebody to replace him. So I paid somebody actually $100 a night to just go around filming everything all night long, and we never got the video from the guy because it was always like, yeah, we'll get it tomorrow, and then the guy's loft burned down. Anyway, well, the point of bringing all this up is that
we have very sad news.
Yes, that Dick Richards,
the president and owner of Funtone Records,
which is really in a lot of ways ground zero, the origin of so many things, because
including Nelson Sullivan's project.
Nelson Sullivan project and Lady Bunny and Rick Paul and Lahoma, and all these people got their starts really. Funtone was the first kind of record label and entity that had faith and that believed in these people enough to give them a platform. not a platform shoe, but a platform to show
A
their
media platform.
A media platform, yeah. And this was before Bunny and Rue and Floyd and Loma and Larry T. Before they were like even
before they moved to New York.
Right, they were somebody's in Atlanta, and I guess they were big fish in small ponds in Atlanta. They were like really somebody's in Atlanta, and so Dick Richards believed in all of them and helped them kind of hone their acts and skills, and before they could, and gave them, I think in a lot of ways, the confidence to move to New York, and he died, still owning all of this footage from back, all the Funtone footage and the movies and the fake, the fun movies that everybody made. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I was in talks with.
Well, some of those movies or videos are posted on their website.
Yeah,
so you could
well,
go
they've
to
done a really good job. They've done a really good job.
see their stuff.
They've got 10,000 videotapes for sure. And they have done a very good job of leaking just a few minutes of each, several hour length videotape, just to kind of whet people's appetites. And somebody did a study recently of how long it would take for Funtone at the rate they're going, how long it would take them to release all of the footage. And at the rate they're going now, which is just like a few minutes a year or whatever of each tape, it would take something like 100 years for us to run out of footage. So we've got a long way.
Which means that long before we ever get to see all the Funtone Records footage, Bina 48 will have taken over all the technology of the world and will kill us all.
Unless Sophia saves us.
See you next time.
Bye, Dick.
Rest in peace, Dick.
Bye.